This is Desiree Summer. You are listening to the podcast where we talk about how to style, beautify, and make your life fun again. Here we go. Happy Friday, all of you. I am super excited, not only for this topic, but also where I live. It's now officially peach season, and that is one of my favorite time of years, which you may notice in the later part of this podcast. So what are we talking about this week? Well, I'm super excited because it's all about sumptuous savoring. I think it's helpful if we talk about a little bit of a definition of savoring. Savoring has two definitions. The first one is to enjoy or appreciate completely, especially by dwelling on it. And the second one is to taste really good food or drink and enjoy it completely. And I just love the idea of this idea of tasting your life. Like tasting really good food or really good drink, to slow down, to be present and enjoy the experience of your life, your surroundings, the company, the conversations, the relationships you have, the things you've already achieved. To delight in your life as it is now, to take pleasure in it. Imagine settling into your life, melting into the best parts of it, and slowing down. Imagine slow meals and long, enjoyable conversation with people that you already know and love. Imagine feeling warm and fuzzy, and yes, even proud of what you've already achieved. Imagine enjoying what's already come before, delighting at what is already working in your life. Doesn't it just want to make you let out this big breath of air, of tension and stress, and relax? It feels amazing even on paper, right? This idea of savoring the beauty, the delight that is in your life right now. Now, the opposite of this, that so many of us are so very familiar with, is the idea of hustling. It's the arena of goals, achievement, and luxury buying, Buying stuff from expensive vacations to jet skis to sleek RVs to online shopping of all kinds. It's buying beyond just a simple need. And don't get me wrong, that can be fun. You will never hear me saying that it can't be or that there's something wrong with it. But when did these activities become the only way to have fun, to take pleasure in our lives? In fact, a steady diet of this kind of fun can really dry us out. It can leave us not just cranky, but off-kilter and feeling unfulfilled. Leisure just isn't leisure anymore when it's put into that kind of frame. It's just more stress, more work, more striving. And that is where savoring comes in. When we reframe leisure time as savoring time, time to delight in our lives as they are now, we can find new ways to play, to experience fun and pleasure outside of working, outside of just hustling. When we savor instead of hustling, we slow down, we settle into our lives, and we really taste them. We make a point to linger over the beautiful things, the pleasurable things in our lives. Doesn't that sound delicious? Now, if you're like me and you're very prone to goals and high achievement, and yes, even buying things, which can be fun, you're probably wondering, does that mean there's no place for hustle in our leisure time? Does that mean there's no place for luxury items or expensive toys like boats or skis or even expensive vacations? Absolutely not. As I mentioned, I happen to love hustling myself. There is room to buy things beyond our need. There's room to have goals. Savoring simply means adding a sense of lushness and enjoyment on the regular to our ordinary, extraordinary lives. It means living a good life, and a good life is a life that's made up of good days. Savoring lets us get there. It teaches us to fill our everyday with delicious moments that we can enjoy fully. To stop buying or achieving and celebrate and enjoy what we have, not simply keep running and hustling for more all the time. And with that, are you ready to sumptuously savor? There's a wonderful quote by Anna Godbersen who says, "I've always believed in savoring the moments. In the end, they are the only things we'll have." I just think that is so incredibly true, because at the end of our days, when we're 105 and we're looking back at our lives, what we will see are not the things in it. We won't see what we've bought, what we've achieved. What we will see are all the moments that we had, the memories that we have from the life we lived. And that comes from savoring. If you have all these triumphs and all these trophies, but you never took the time to really notice and enjoy them and enjoy everything about your life, you may have a long list of achievements and not a lot of memories. And that's not the good life. There is a 3-minute video about the Art of Savoring Life. You can find that in the newsletter or on the blog and watch it. It's Terry Hershey, and the headline for it is Tips for Savoring Life's Precious Moments. And then I have a few journal prompts for you here. What moments from this week did you slow down enough to savor? How can you make a practice of adding in more moments to savor in your life? And what is the mental shift you need to make to be able to do that? I think that's the really important one here, because we usually are distracted, or we're rushing to the next thing, or we're always on our phone because of thoughts we have about our lives and about what's out there. Some of us are afraid of missing out. Some of us are afraid our lives are boring if we're not being entertained all the time. So what are those shifts that you think you might need to make? And last, what are the things that regularly get between you and being present with another, with yourself, and with your life? So let's take a little inventory of what is distracting us from our lives. And as always, the weekly way to play, our 5 senses are the best way I know of to get us to be really present and undistracted. So this week, how about we do something a little different? How about we pick something tasty and delicious to savor? It could be one exquisite piece of chocolate. It could be a very special glass of wine. Or it could be a ripe, juicy, perfect peach. It could be something that's very in season right now. Then create or find a beautiful place to enjoy it. Use the beautiful stemware. Do a nice place setting. Put on some music or go outside. Then just go through savoring it with your senses. So take it in. Use your eyes to really feast on it. Then does this thing have an enticing scent? Next, I want you to do something so important to savoring. I want you to imagine what it's going to taste like, to anticipate it. Then indulge yourself and take a bite. But really notice the taste. Linger over it. And when you're done with this exercise, notice, how did it make you feel? Didn't it make an ordinary moment feel special, feel very luscious? Now, imagine applying those same principles that we just used to more moments in your life. Imagine finding ways to savor what you have right now, to grow your life in direct proportion to just how well you are staying present within it and noticing what you already have. What could be more beautiful than living in the moment, savoring it, and finding exactly what you need within it? And with that, I am off. I am wishing you so much to savor this weekend. All my love, you guys. Oh, and hey, did you enjoy this podcast? If you did, I would love to invite you to sign up for the Fun on Fridays newsletter. You get all of the same goodness delivered straight to your email every Friday. You get it a week before anyone else, and it comes with extras, little extra goodies behind the scenes. I'd love to see you there. Hope you sign up. See you next week. Bye, you guys.